Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have a very special treat for you all today. I hope you're having a fantastic day. This is the CDC Outbreak. Would you look at it? Just look at it and all of its outbreakness. And by the way, you could get this in two different styles. You can get the regular titanium, or you can get the one with the non-sprinkles, but they're sprinkles. Check it out. A little bit of texture vision for you. Oh, that does add a little bit. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna prefer definitely this one here. This is just gonna be my preference just because it gives me some texture to hold on to. But check it out. We have gems for days. Look at that. That is very, very cool. Ooh, nice feeling. What do you call those things? Thumb studs. Let's get this blade out. Are you ready? Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh, wow. Would you look at that? I mean, just look at it. It's a hollow ground blade with a compound grip. Compound grip? Do not grip it by this end. A compound grind. Look at that. Nice and sturdy up front. I love hollow ground blades. And yeah, buddy. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Ooh, oh, okay. So I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me go back down here. Check it out. This is a prototype. And does it say, look at this, Magna Cut. That's what I was looking for. This is going to be available in Magna Cut, baby. So all you Magna Cut fans, you can get right out there. Here's a look at your plunge grind, which ends right there at the heel. And this is a frame lock. Oh, I'll have what he's having. Very nice pass through. That is super comfy. I'm digging that. That is enjoyable. You don't see it, but you don't see a lot over here, but I'm telling you the feel, the hand feel. Yes, that is super smooth. And how's this proto feel? Now this prototype's probably already been taken apart 2 or 3 times. So the fit at the moment is very solid. Let's see if it's centered as I got it. Yeah, it looks pretty darn centered to me. And oh man, it sounds good. And look how smooth. It is super smooth. Let me give you an idea of the size of this knife. And I'm just gonna give you a couple because I have a little surprise. You have been asking me for a long time, like, hey, when are you gonna do another knife disassembly video? Well, you know what? What more than a perfect time than right now to do another disassembly video? So I'm going to put these scales on the knife, and in the process, you'll see how I take it apart. This is the QSP Penguin, and this is the Spyderco Para 3. And then here is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Look at that. So it's kind of, it's kind of a little bit longer. I mean, they're different knife styles, different blade styles. And then here is the Civivi Elementum 2 button lock. That's kind of, let's see, handle size, about the same amount of handle room as you get with the Civivi Elementum 2 button lock. Now let's see how she feels in the hands. I have a large width hand and, oh, okay. All right. So if I'm giving it the old Beez squeeze and really squeezing down as if I'm bearing down with a hammer grip, I'm feeling this. Let's see, what am I feeling back here? I'm feeling just a little bit of the pocket clip. You can see the pocket clip is kind of pronounced from this direction right here. So that's what I'm feeling. I don't think this is going to be a hard user for anyone to where you're going to have to worry about that, but I can feel it. It is kind of a warmish spot. It's not hateful. It's definitely not a deal breaker. I like the way it feels in my hands. I kind of feel locked in. And this right here, yeah, a little bit of jimping, doing a little bit of this business, and then a little bit of this business. That is some good jimping. It's not overly aggressive. It's almost, it's trying to be, but it's not. It's done just right. I know when they first had this jimping on one of their knives, I was like, whoa, and it was a prototype. It was a little rough. It was a little aggressive. This, they've done something just to knock off just a little bit of that roughness, and I'm digging it. Look at that. That is some very fine jimps. So it feels good in the hand. And how about reverse grip? Reverse grip feels good. And how about the action? Man, it is so smooth. Can we reverse flick it? So what I'm doing is I'm pushing down on that lock bar. By the way, this is a crossbar, not a crossbar. This is a frame lock, and it does have a steel lock bar insert. I'm not able, let me see, can I? Me personally, I can't reverse flick it because when I'm going back here, I'm pushing down on the frame lock. But, ooh, yeah, that is very nice. And then two-handed or two-fingered like this. That is nice. I like the grip on these thumb studs. I'm enjoying that. So here's a little bit of acoustics for you. Oh, I could do that all day long. I'm enjoying that. That is very nice. Now let's take this apart real quick, see what it looks like on the inside, and see what it looks like with the regular titanium scales. And we're back on the table, and I'm not going to do a full disassembly. You know, well, I'm going to disassemble it, but I'm not going to do the full cleaning and anything like that. I'm pretty sure this knife is going to be clean. And something I forgot to tell you is that this knife has a T10 pivot. Yeah, you heard me. A T10 pivot and then T8 hardware. So, by the way, I really recommend if you're going to get into taking your knives apart and cleaning them, this is 2 sets that are complete sets. You can get you a Weehaw bit set. It comes with the driver and then this CRKT. These are always linked in my video descriptions and in the comment section if you're ever looking for them. Let's see, that's a T9. Where's the T8? Let me get this out so we can get this moving and grooving. Found it, got a T8. And let me get this bad boy loaded up. I put it in the wrong spot. Hey, do you miss when I used to do all the disassemblies and then I would always end up missing something or forgetting to put something in? Well, it's been a while since I've done one on camera, so it's very possible that could happen again. Let's see which side to take the T10. So the T10 comes right out of the pocket clip side, and I'm going to put my screws up here so I don't lose track of them. And then this pocket clip is, I believe these are T8s. What do I have in here? Is this the T10? See, I'm doing it already. Man, I am definitely out of speed when it comes to doing disassemblies on camera. I disassemble knives all the time, and it's usually a quick process. And then when I do them on film, I have to remember people are actually trying to pay attention to what's going on because they might buy this knife and want to know how to change out the scales or how to do this or that. But by the way, I do have a complete disassembly video. There's our pocket clip. I have a complete disassembly video or a checklist. What do you call that thing? Playlist, where you could go and check out all of the different style knives that I take apart. I mean, I've taken apart most any kind of lock that you can think of. I've taken apart. There's a look at the inside. You can see that it is well lubed. It is very clean. The last person that had it before me, which was Tri-State EDC, he probably did that. I don't know if he did, but he probably did because it is super clean. Let's take a look here. Now, am I going to be able to, I'm going to take this pivot out. And am I going to be able to get that little dude out? Let me get my magnet. So this bad boy has race bearings, and to pull a race bearing out very easily, you can just use the back of one of your O-lights or a flashlight or anything that's magnetic. So let me set that over here. There's not one on this side. I don't see that there, so it looks like just this side has one. So I'm just going to do this and flop these bad boys over, put this on there. Ah, here we go. Here it is. Check it out. There's my other race bearings. Let me take that off of there. And boy, that doesn't work when you doesn't work when you use the lens side. This is fun. So are you having a great day? Have you been having fun? Are you excited about the next live stream? You know I am, because that is the highlight. I mean, you know what? I smell blueberries. I have the feeling that this was put together with the new lube from Crispy Donut Community from CDC. Check this out. I can smell it. Oh my goodness, it smells delicious. This is the new, look at this, donut oil. It is not donut oil, but you get it. Check that out. 1.5 mils, and this stuff, oh my goodness. Let me see. Wow, this stuff, okay, this is not for consumption, but I'm going to tell you what, you're going to be tempted. It smells absolutely delicious. Wow. Now, what did I do with the other race bearing? Did I already lose something? Did I lose something already? Where did it go? Did you guys see what I did with the other race bearing? I don't see it. Where is it? Ah, found it. Oh, that is not what I need to be doing, is losing parts already. Oh my goodness gracious. And I am so unfamiliar or not used to doing disassemblies anymore that this is kind of fun. I like a challenge. It's always good to be challenged. I'm going to put this race bearing right here. That way I won't lose track of it. And if you look here, it is a D-shaped pivot. That's what I'm talking about. And we have our back spacer back here. And I'm going to have to take these dudes out. These standoffs are, well, you know what? You got to unscrew them first. I think what do you call these? Are these called barrel spacers or standoffs? Somebody educate me on what they're called. And do I want to do this? Yeah, I think I do. All right. There we go. Man, everything is so clean. There's nothing like, I can tell that the knife is clean. You know, it doesn't have a bunch of grit and stuff like that in it. Probably because, am I putting the right one on here? Probably because Tri-State did the same thing that I'm doing right now. I'm just guessing. I'm guessing he probably took it apart. He might not have, or maybe the person that before him did. But these knives are in Kickstarter and they are now available. And here's the thing. They're only on Kickstarter for like 45 days and then they won't be on there. And I'm pretty much sure the way that this goes is once they get to production, they're going to cost more. So if you like this knife, and I'll tell you more about it and how I feel about it here in just a minute, but if you like the looks of this knife or the options, one or the other, then I would suggest you go over there and get your name in there real quick so you can get one of the T10. See, it has good, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a titanium backspacer. We have thumb stud is DLC coated titanium, so your hardware is titanium on top of everything else. So that is very nice, very, very nice. Let me put these bad boys in. You can see that this is very easy to take apart. It's going to be easy to maintain if you want to take it apart and clean it, or if you want to swap scales. This is pretty darn cool. Now, listen, I happen to be filming this on a Friday, so I don't know what day you're watching this, but tonight is Beez Blades live at the Hive. Oh, right. And I can't wait. Friday nights are such a blast. And if you haven't came and hung out at the Hive stream, you don't know what you're missing. You absolutely don't know what you're missing. And the CDC crispy donut community, they stop in and hang out every once in a while at the live stream too. So let me get this guy all tightened down and pay attention to what I'm doing and to put the pocket clip on. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now you might be watching this live stream after the Friday that is tonight when I'm filming this. It's very possible. And if you're watching this after the fact, then oh my goodness, you missed out on a major, major giveaway. We do big giveaways on Friday nights. Sometimes they're bigger than others, but let's see how this feels. Do I need to do anything? Yes, I need to tighten it down. And why does it feel weird? Check it out. Look at this. I didn't put the steel lock bars. I did not put the lock bar insert in there. I just assumed that it was already in there, wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. So that's not a big deal. That's all right. You folks that like to hang out at the Hive, you'll hang out. You'll give the video some viewage and talks amongst yourselves. And I really do appreciate it when you make comments in the comment section. Because of my schedule, it's very difficult now for me to answer them. But that's why we have a 3 to 4 hour live stream every week. That's my opportunity to interact with you all one-on-one. And that's when you can ask questions about any knife that you've seen on the channel. All right, let's see. Is this guy going to come off of here? Make sure I'm not doing anything wrong. And that definitely was a rookie mistake because, well, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't realize that the steel lock bar insert, I had to swap it too. All right, so look here. This is where your steel lock bar insert goes, and this is what it looks like while it's on the other one. So what is this going to take? Is this going to take a T8? Let's see. Look at that. Even this is a T8. That is very, very impressive. A lot of times these are T6s, and there's many, many people that have stripped many, many T6s, and I know that is very frustrating. Myself, I've been fortunate as far as stripping or not stripping T6s, but I know a lot of people have, and it's not fun when it happens. So let's see. Let's do, how's this dude going to fit in there? Very, very nice. Just like that. So now I got this bad boy in there. Where did I put my little screw? And CDC community, if you're watching this right now, so far, I haven't lost any parts. And I got to say, that blueberry lube is making me hungry. Oh my gosh, it smells so freaking good. Wow. I am looking forward to using some of that. Now, am I putting everything back where it goes? I do believe so. Indubitably. Now we'll put it back together and maybe it will work properly this time now that I'm reassembling it like it should be. Make sure everything's working like it should. And let's put this bad boy back together one more time. Just one time. Let's see here, T10, which is very cool. And now here's something else, is those two bit sets that I showed you. I think they're so good if you haven't bought yourself a set and you want to start taking your knives apart and clean them, because if you want your knives to be smooth and operate like you see on the knife videos on different knife reviewers, that's because those knives a lot of times have been cleaned by the reviewer. Oh yeah, that's going to work. All I have to do is put the clip on here and then I'll do a little adjustment. I'll show you how to make an adjustment when you take your knife apart and make it operate nice and smooth. Now check it out. Here's the two scales that we took off. Here's the question. Should I send this to the next person like this or should I send it to them like the other way? I would guess that most reviewers would probably want to do what I'm doing. Maybe they don't have to do it on camera, obvious, but let's see. How does that feel? That feels really good. And I've got it just a little tight. It's almost drop shutty. This is what you do. You feel and make sure that it's not loose. Let's see, is it centered? Yes, it's centered. And it's almost to the point where it's dropping shut, but I know I can adjust it just a little bit to make it just a tad smoother. So I'm just going to back it out just a hair. Not even, oh. See, just a little bit. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, that's better. Let me get out to the big screen. There we go. That's a lot better. Check that out. Oh yeah, now we have action that we wanted. So this is a really cool knife. You know what? I really like the feel. I like both sets of scales. Me personally, I'm still going with texture because I'm a sucker for milling and a sucker for texture work. I think this is very, very cool. So this knife it's up. You can go ahead and get in on it. I'll put a link down there in the description and in the comment section where you can check out the new CDC Outbreak, and I'll put a link to Crispy Donut Community, CDC. You can go get you some of this donut oil. I love that. This stuff is really cool. I'm gonna check it. I like the smell. Oh my goodness, it just smells so freaking good. But I'm gonna check this out and use this, see how this measures up to some other knife pivot lubes that I use. But it's very cool that they have their own brand now. That is very nice. Very, very nice. So let me know what you think about the CDC Outbreak. And you did get a minor little disassembly video. I hope you enjoyed that. And this is wow, this blade, it's a good one. So tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and let me know that you like the channel. And go up here and watch this video. You're really going to enjoy that. And until I see you in the lives or the chats or the hive stream, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.